Happy Saturday, everybody. I am waiting on chat to load in the iPad here. You know, it's kind of finicky these days. I think my iPad's like maybe too old or something. It's slowing down on me. So it takes it a minute sometimes. It's being a little cranky tonight. As soon as I can get chat loaded, hopefully here in a second, we will be off to the races. All right, there we go. Now chat is loaded. Yay, thank you, iPad. Okay, so we've got quite a bit to break tonight, but before we get started, let's go over some information here. First up, a note there that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So basically what that means to you is this: you never ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get positive feedback in return. And you know what? If you feel like leaving negative feedback for me, give me a chance to make it right first. You know, that's all I'm saying. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you actually know what a break is and how it works, so we won't have that problem, but, you know, you never know. Secondly, thank you. I appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me, and I always like to remember to say that, and also put it up there in writing, so maybe you get the volume turned down and you don't like hearing what I have to say. At least you can read it, right? All right, next up, we are taking a look at the breaks that are coming up over the course of the next few days here on eBay. Many or most or all of you know I list new things just about every night, and they do typically run for 5 days. So tomorrow we've got an autographed jersey, some 2012 Signature Series, another half case of Top Series 2 Jumbo Baseball. Whoops, on Monday, some more memorabilia, a 2016 box of black gold football, and the last case of 2018 Luminance football. So once we break that, we'll be done with Luminance. Tuesday night, we've got more memorabilia, including a three-peat basketball box. Those are kind of cool because they have an autographed jersey, an autographed basketball, and an autographed photograph in them. So those are pretty cool to break. It's all in one box and all part of one break. And then, of course, a case of the Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs and a Hit Parade full-size autographed batting helmet. So those came in today. We'll start busting them on Tuesday. Wednesday, some more memorabilia of various types and another half case of Top Series 2 Jumbo. On Thursday, we're not going to do a whole lot there. A couple of boxes of 2013 Supreme Football and another half case of Jumbo Baseball. So that's what the 5 days ahead look like for tonight. This is also the order that we're breaking in. So it's going to be the mini helmet, the mini autographed football helmet, followed by the autographed football jersey, then the autographed basketball jersey, then Timeless Treasures break, the Gold Standard break, and the Optic First Off the Line break. So that is the order we're going to go in tonight. Couple of other things to note on this page. The first, 5 breaks there were all free shipping breaks. Anytime you break with me and I offer free shipping on an item, you can expect it to go out usually 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. Sometimes I'm able to get it out sooner, but as a starting point, plan on that going out next Friday. If I get it out to you sooner than that, then so much the better. We have one break tonight that was a paid break. That is the Optic First Off the Line basketball. And I'm guessing I'm going to get that out on Wednesday. And if I can get it out sooner, which I may be able to, but I don't want to swear to that, of course I certainly will. Then one final thing to note on this page, and it applies to pretty much everything but the First Off the Line break. If you are in one of our breaks tonight that is a free shipping break, because this is really what it applies to, there's a chance on a lot of these that your team may not be pulled in the break, okay? If that happens, you are still entitled to a used random trading card for your team. It can be from any year or any series. I track that for a rolling 90-day period. Normally, I'm going to send it out with your next package when you do pull something. So let's say for 2 or 3 weeks you're in breaks, you don't hit anything, and then, or 2 or 3 days, whatever the case may be, then you hit something. I'm going to look back over the past 90 days from that date, and I'm going to grab all of those teams that you're due a random card for not hitting, combine them, and ship them out with whatever you do hit. So that's typically how it works. If you want it sent sooner by itself, just in a plain envelope with a stamp, then you shoot me a message on eBay after the break and we'll sort that out, okay? So, 2018 Gold Rush Series 2 Autograph Mini Football Helmet Break number 16. It ended tonight, Saturday night, June the 16th, and we're breaking it tonight, the 16th as well. And, of course, pretty well everything we're opening tonight, same deal, in that it ended on eBay this evening and we're breaking it this evening. And, of course, their team names you see on the left, eBay user IDs of our winning bidders on the right. And one of those spreadsheets will go up before every single break. So if you're not in this break, you're going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. Last but not least, I did change the focus there manually. So I know that that knocked the background out of focus a little bit, but we should still be good to go to see everything. So without any further ado, let's take a look at our mini helmet for tonight. First break up. And it is for the Saints. And who's that signature? Anybody have an idea? Who's I don't know the jersey numbers for the Saints. Who's that's not Drew Brees, is it? Whose jersey number is 51 for the Saints? Anybody know? There is your JSA authentication card in there. There's a JSA authentication sticker on the back. And worst case scenario, when you go to the website and punch in that little number, it'll tell you exactly whose signature that is. But I don't, and they've got their number on there, which looks to be 51. I just don't know the numbers for all the Saints players. So I don't know who that is exactly, but we do know one thing. It's for the Saints. So congrats to New Orleans for hitting the mini helmet. And, of course, I just had this up there, so I'm going to guess most of you have seen it. We're not going to read through all this again. If you didn't see it a second ago, then, hey, you probably should look up there and check it out. But otherwise, if you were here a minute ago, we're good to go there. 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph Football Jersey. This is break number 14. And, of course, it also, it all ended tonight as well. Happy Saturday night. You know what? It's the day before Father's Day. So if you have shopping to do, you got cards or gifts you need to buy, you're almost out of time. You don't want to end up at, CVS tomorrow at in the middle of the afternoon with no cards left, right? Okay, so we are on to our jersey. Toby, you're funny. You would be surprised, Toby. I mean, it's been a weird month, right? June has been so strange. It was like this has been like National Don't Read the Description Month. So many people this month have been like, well, I was buying the full box, or I was buying the full case, or I was definitely buying a guaranteed. And I'm like, did you read any of it? Because like the very first line says that's not true. So I don't know. What are you going to do? Vince Young is our jersey, and Vince Young is what? Titans, right? This clearly is a college jersey, a collegiate jersey, I believe. And there, of course, is your signature. You've got a couple of different holograms. Looks like a player hologram as well as a TriStar hologram. A little TriStar certificate here, which you'll note is already pretty bent up in there. And then here is this just a little info card they put in there. And I'm going to check out Vince Young real quickly and make sure that's right. Bills and Coins is telling me something about Manti Te'o, but what are you telling me about him? Are you telling me that that is the helmet that we saw a minute ago? Is that what you're sharing with me there in chat? And guys, right at the moment, I cannot, excuse me, I can't see chat at this exact second. I'll be back over there in a minute. I'm just double checking Vince Young. I mean, I think he was only, and I may not even have, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not even thinking of the right player. Yeah, okay, I'm right. He was a Titan. Vince Young, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 season Titans, 1 season Eagles. So clearly, yeah, that's going to the Titans. So Vince Young, Tennessee Titans with our autographed jersey this evening. All right, cool. So Titans jersey, and we have Bills and Coins telling us that the Saints helmet was signed by Manti Te'o, he believes. So awesome. Thank you for that info. I was not at all sure whose signature that was. I can't always make them out. In fact, I often can't make them out, actually. And once again, you know, I'm putting this up here again. I know you have to see it a whole bunch of times when we do a lot of breaks in one night, but I also promise you that no matter how many times I put it up, by tomorrow morning I'll have at least 2 people asking me when their stuff is going to ship and or what happens if they don't pull something. So that's why it goes up there a bunch. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. If you have, we're good to go. 2017-18 Hit Parade Series 10 autographed basketball jersey break number 4. Also ended tonight, Saturday the 16th. And here we go live streaming it tonight, the 16th. Same format, your name up there across from your team for this particular break. Don't do a ton of freestanding basketball jerseys. Mainly because Gold Rush, you know, they only had the one series. It sold out pretty quickly. And Hit Parade kind of, you know, they mix and match things, and it depends on who's in any given series. If it looks good to me and I see a lot of players and a lot of potential, I'll buy it. If not, I sometimes will pass on their individual series. I do like their three-peats, though. We've had some nice hits out of those three-peat boxes with jerseys, you know, all the 3 things in them, jerseys and basketballs and whatnot. Oh, cool. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. Okay, it's Jimmy Butler, and we got the NBA logo, so this is an authentic. Yes, very nice. Chicago Bulls, Jimmy Butler, nice, authentic, and signed NBA jersey. That is an excellent hit. And there, of course, you see your signature, a PSA DNA authentication sticker, and here's your PSA DNA authentication card that goes along with it. That card is going to go usually kind of in the folds of the jersey. Of course, it's still going to be inside this bag, but when you receive it, if you have the Bulls, when you get this in the mail, please make sure you find that little PSA DNA card before you toss out any of the packaging, just to make sure that there's no kind of freakiness happening and something doesn't end up in the trash that we don't want it to go in the trash, right? Tim Allen says this is his first time breaking with a female. Hey, well, see, Tim, you should be wandering over here more often. We have a lot of fun over here. I'm kind of a sports nut myself, so this is loads of fun for me too, and it's a good way for me to get all the sports chat out of my system on any given day. Usually keeps everybody else at home sane from having to listen to me ramble on about various injuries and trades and drafts and whatnot. Okay, so hopefully everyone has seen this by now. If you haven't, this is your time to look up there, check out your information about consolation cards and anticipated shipping dates. And we're rolling right along here. And, oh, Toby, you were asking about the, let's just scroll back down through here, Toby. The Chicago Bulls right there. This is, that is our jersey, right? So that's you. That is you. You usually know your teams, too. You're not like me. I'm in other people's breaks. I never know my teams. You usually remember yours better than I do mine. All right, next up is 12-13 and 13-14 Timeless Treasures Basketball. This is break number 20. Had a bunch of unsold teams in here. Sad days. They are all marked as no bids buyback. So if anything comes out for one of the orphan teams, you know what happens. It stays here with me, joins its brothers on Card Mountain, which is about the size of Mount Everest these days. And otherwise, it's going to go out the door to you guys. And something else to note, 2012-13. Every single basketball product for that season that Panini produced, they added a bonus pack of cards in there called Kobe Anthology. And every time we've opened this, which is, or any 12-13 product, which has been a lot, except for one time, it was all base cards. If it comes out as all base cards, those do not ship out. They're not even worth the cost of postage, frankly, because there's so many of them. So many. If we happen to pull one that is autographed or numbered or memorabilia or something, which we didn't, but if we had, then I would have used random.org to distribute that amongst everybody that's in the break. And information about that and all kinds of other fun stuff can be found at the bottom of every listing description down there in that special circumstances area. And the one that references that in particular, I think is just, I think I'd just call it bonus packs, or maybe I call it promo packs or something like that. I don't know. Something similar to that anyway. And 2012-13, of course, you know the deal there. We have our double rookie class because of the lockout of 11-12. All the 11-12 rookies are in the 12-13 products as rookies, along with our 12-13 rookies themselves. So it is an excellent year to go rookie hunting. All right, first out, we have a little base card here, and that is for the Hornets, Ryan Anderson. Next up, Amari Stoudemire for the Knicks. Didn't I hear that he wants to come back? Didn't I? I think I heard he's trying to make a comeback. Chris Paul for the Clippers. A Carmelo Anthony die cut for the Knicks. That one is numbered to 199. Almost missed that down there at the bottom. The numbering, I mean. And I've got to get a blank sheet of paper. Hang on one second here. What did I do with my blank sheet of paper? There we go. Because with these, it's really hard to make out the signature if you don't have something behind it. So when we look at it the first time, I put the something behind it so you can see the signature. And then the rest of the time, we look at it like this. Derek Williams for the Timberwolves, glass rookies, numbered to 499. A little bit of chipping and wear around our corners, and that's, I mean, honestly, it's pretty standard on these thicker cards. I expect the vast majority of you probably know that already. You've experienced that either from opening things yourself or other things you've seen coming out in breaks and whatnot. And then the Lakers with a glass rookie. And the Lakers is number 210. Wow. It's a very low number, like a much lower number than we typically pull. You know, these older products are generally numbered higher than things we find these days. And a redemption, the dreaded redemption. We'll go to the checklist and verify this before the end of the break. Gerald Henderson, Timeless Talents Signatures. It's expired. You can see that it has expired. You do still want to redeem it. Believe it or not, they still have some of those older cards hanging around. Lottery winners, Nerlens Noel rookie card for the 76ers. That is followed by number to 299, Tyreke Evans and Nola. For the Clippers, Blake Griffin. And that material does not appear to be numbered. For the Knicks, I've got to get my white piece of paper out again. There's your signature for the Knicks. And it is Tim Hardaway Jr. Got a relic there as well. Unfortunately, here's the bad part about the way they did these. His signature, I guess maybe not entirely run off the card, but it's getting really close. And that's because they had them sign those little clear plastic inserts as opposed to signing a sticker. And then they inserted the clear plastic piece into the card. But if the player signed it in the wrong spot on the clear plastic, then yeah, that's what happens. Validating marks, Kenyon Martin. That is for the New York Knicks. And then comes Peyton Siva for the Pistons with a little relic there. I was kind of hoping that'd be autographed. But we got a relic. So before we recap our hits here, we're going to roll over to the Panini checklist and check this out. Once again, our card set, Timeless Treasures Signatures. It is card number 22, and the player is Gerald Henderson. And I'm going to bring you along with me while we roll over here and get this squared away. If you didn't know this already, it is so super handy. Panini has their checklists on here all the way back to 2009, and it is super awesome to be able to go in and look all this stuff up and find out what something's going to be numbered to and all that jazz. So very handy to have this. It's a bit of a, takes a minute to go through all the drop down, but it's worth it. All right, what did I say this was? Timeless Talent Signatures. And card number 22 is, whoops, I got myself on the wrong page. For the Charlotte, it says Bobcats there. Of course, they are currently the Hornets, so that's going to go to the Hornets. It's numbered to 199. So Hornets to 199 on the redemption. And once again, do put this in, even though it has expired. If they have the older expired stuff, usually they're going to get it out the door to you in a couple months, within 8 weeks or so, if they still have it. If you haven't seen it go out the door by then, there's a really good chance that they don't have it. But if you can track down a live person, they will work with you to substitute it. So it's still worth putting it in your account. So Gerald Henderson for the Hornets, numbered to 199. And then we had our relic for Peyton Siva and the Pistons. Signature for Kenyon Martin with the Knicks. The Tim Hardaway Jr. for the Knicks, that's signature and relic. Relic for the Clippers, Blake Griffin. And then for the Lakers, numbered all the way to 10. Very nice low number. Our other glass rookie was Derek Williams. That's for the T-Wolves. Again, with corners and edges being imperfect. This isn't signed, but it is a die cut numbered, so we put it in here to recap anyway. It's to 199, and it's Mellow for the Knicks. So Timeless Treasures is all wrapped up, and that's going to bring us to 2012-13 Gold Standard Basketball. Let me get our spreadsheet set up for that. And yes, it's the same info you've probably seen by now. If you're late to the break, if you're just joining, if you didn't see this yet, please take a moment and review what's up there in regard to consolation cards if your team isn't pulled and your anticipated shipping date. One box of 2012-13 Panini Gold Standard Basketball. This is break number 4. It also, of course, ended tonight, the 16th of June, the day before Father's Day. And Hawaii Mikey is all over this one, man. I would say Hawaii Mikey's probably got the majority of the teams in here. Once again, anything you see that says no bids buyback is just an orphan team, unloved, unwanted, hangs out here with me if it comes out for one of them. Same deal as before, since this is a 2012-13 product, we will have Kobe Anthology cards in here. If there is no hit, they go nowhere. If there is a hit, we'll use random.org to award it. I know I've still got Kobe Anthology laying over there. For whatever reason, I just decided I wanted to open these first. I don't know why. I know I did it out of order. Of the way I would normally do it anyway. All right, and there's our 4,000 other Kobe cards. I will say this. The one that we did find that time was numbered to only 8. So I'm wondering if there were really only 8 signatures in the whole run of that year. And if so, that's crazy odds that we ever hit one at all because, man, there were a lot of products put out that year. Russell Westbrook and the Thunder, numbered to 349. For the Raptors, to 349. That is Linus. Yeah, I'm not going to say the names right. I try, but I'm just terrible with it. I really, really am. Byron Mullins to 349. Charlotte, once again, it says the Bobcats, but the former Charlotte Bobcats are the current Charlotte Hornets. And, of course, cards always stay with their little franchises. And here we have Al Horford looking quite young, numbered to 349 for the Hawks. Our metal card, it looks dull and terrible on the camera because it has a piece of plastic on it, which I'm going to leave on there. It is Vucevic for the Magic. Then when you get it at your house, you can peel that plastic off and it will be super shiny and bright and nice. But I don't want to risk it. And here we have Earl Clark for the Lakers. Thought I'd gone through all the base. I have not. But Earl Clark is numbered to 10. We're going to follow that up with a numbered to 199 Jamal Wilkes for the Lakers. And I've got to get out some more sleeves. Hold one moment, please. Can manage to extract the sleeves from the package here, we'll be in good shape. Also for the Lakers, we have Darius Morris. And you've got, of course, an on-card autograph there as well as a relic. I'm sad that they took gold standard away from basketball. I mean, we've had it in basketball, what, since 2010? At least since 2010, maybe since 2009, but definitely since 2010. And they didn't make it this year. I was really bummed. Deron Lamb for the Milwaukee Bucks. Same deal, on card and relic. Deron Lamb, of course, came out of the University of Kentucky, but did not really ever do much in the pros. Another redemption. This one is Harrison Barnes. How about that? So Harrison Barnes, of course, you know the drill. We're going to go look it up on the checklist momentarily. Orlando Johnson, Pacers, on card and relic. Followed by Ramon Sessions for the Hornets. Again, you know, Hornets, Bobcats, same team. So goes to the Charlotte Hornets. Number to 199 with that relic. So let's go check out Harrison Barnes and find out what he's going to be numbered to. We'll buzz back over here to our friend Panini, and it's the same year. We've just got to change the brand, I believe. Oh, not the brand. I should have just changed the product. I'll get it right in a minute. What was our card set on that? Just rookies, I think it says, doesn't it? Yeah, just rookies, card number 251. Numbered to Harrison Barnes. Oh, so he's open edition, unnumbered. Okay. All right, well, that's all right. It's, I don't guess none of our signatures maybe were numbered tonight. Is that right? Maybe they were all open edition. Okay, so let's recap. Harrison Barnes was an open edition, and again, with the redemptions, they are expired. Redeem them into your account anyway. You know the rest of the drill because we just talked about it. And then to 199 for the Hornets, and unnumbered open edition for the Pacers, unnumbered open for the Bucks, ditto, not numbered, for the Lakers. And then our metal card, once again, which still has that protective plastic on it, which is why it looks kind of dull right now, for the Magic. So that is 2012-13 Gold Standard. I think that might be the last, the 12-13 Gold Standard that I have on hand. Definitely out of the 11-12 Gold Standard that we were opening there for a bit. I am out of it now, and I think that's the last of the 12-13. Although, I do have other 12-13 products, just not anymore Gold Standard, hanging around here at the moment. So give me a hot second here. We're going to get the spreadsheet set back up. And maybe I am if I don't make a big hot mess of it. There we go. So, of course, this optic first off the line, this is a paid shipping break. So that means you're going to go out on a slightly different schedule. I'm estimating a Wednesday shipping date. Possibility I can get it out sooner than that. If I can, I will. And most of the time, I'm going to print the labels the same day it ships. Sometimes if it's late at night or if it's on a weekend or something like that and you see a label print, you'll know it's really not going to be picked up until either the next business day if it's a weekend, or the next actual day if it's, you know, in the evening through the week. But generally speaking, that's how it's going to roll. This is 3 boxes of 2017-18 Optic First Off the Line basketball. I ordered this when it came out. I put it somewhere and I completely forgot I had it until I ran across it not too long ago. So that's why we're opening it now, way after the fact. But this is break number 6 in general for Optic for us. So I've kind of, despite the fact that the quantities changed, I like to keep the break number consistent. So if there's ever a question about which break was I in, you'll just know. Optic 5, Optic 6, etc. Same as before, anything with no bids buyback is an orphan team. Anything comes out for it, it hangs out here with me. Otherwise, they come out for you. Then, yeah, we're going to get them heading out the door to you before too long. I'll show you all of our, there's our little first off the line, and first off the line, and first off the line. All right. So, of course, Optic in general, I like. Many of you know I'm a fan of the Optic product. But the first off the line stuff, you know, I like that. There's always extra content in it. I shouldn't say it's extra, because it's not always extra. For instance, if you're due 3 autographs, you're going to get 3 autographs. We're not due 3 in here, but I'm just saying in general, if that's what you're due, that's what you'll get. But sometimes it will be that it's maybe one that's only numbered to 5 or to 8 or to 10 or a special variation, whatever. They change it up by product. Not every first off the line includes the same type of exclusive content. That's probably the way I should say it. Exclusive content. So, I can't believe I've let this sit here all this time. I just, you know, I stashed it off with something else. I don't even know why I put it where I put it, but anyway, I was trying to get some stuff organized, and I was like, what is this? Oh, I see. It's a little box of first off the line Optic, which should have been broken months ago, but it wasn't. So, hey, hey. All right, we are starting off with the Boston Celtics Isaiah Thomas All-Stars. That is the green parallel. It's numbered to 175, and of course, it is a refractor. And there's a nice little Jonathan Isaac rated rookie, numbered to 199 for the Magic. So what do you guys think about Kawhi Leonard? Is that kind of... Okay, it's not entirely unexpected, right? Because we all know how last season went down for Kawhi Leonard. Paul George for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and there is numbered to 13. Isn't that our parallel in here? Our exclusive first off the line. Isn't that it? Gosh, I've had this for so long. I'm trying to even remember what was the parallel. I think that was it, but we'll find out shortly. But so I'm not surprised really, I guess, entirely about Kawhi Leonard. But what I am surprised about is that he did it so publicly. So he doesn't inform the team first. He just has his people basically blasted out on social media that he wants out. So I guess he was afraid that San Antonio wasn't going to let him out. So he just decided to take it public first, which really puts the pressure on them out. I don't see much way they keep him there now. Then, of course, Phoenix has come out today and said, no way are we giving up the #1 pick for Kawhi Leonard, which, rightfully so. I don't really think Kawhi Leonard would be a good fit there anyway. So whether or not the Suns managed to make the right choice with their #1 pick is more than the question, isn't it? Tim Duncan for the Spurs. The champ is here, insert. I mean, they keep saying Ayton is going to go #1 overall. I don't think Ayton should go #1 overall. If I were making the choice, if I had the #1 pick, I would be going Doncic. Now, I mean, the kid is a monster in Europe, and he's been playing with grown men and playing quite well. Does he have some limitations? Of course, but so does everybody else. I would take Doncic. I might even take Marvin Bagley. I don't know. which Marvin Bagley, what the what? Puma signs the guy to a massive shoe contract. Puma, right? I mean, they haven't been involved in the NBA ever, as far as I can remember, in terms of stuff like that. And they come in and drop a boatload of money on Marvin Bagley. So how's that for entry into the NBA for your brand? The largest shoe contract for a rookie since Kevin Durant. Yeah, that tells you something. And a rated rookie signature for Dennis Smith Jr. And the Mavericks sold very inexpensively tonight, and they have themselves a nice little hit here with Dennis Smith Jr. Of course, we will go to the checklist. We'll find out if that is numbered. I suspect that's an open edition, but we will go check it out. Because you know I'm kind of a geek that way. I always go to the checklist, just how I am. Rodney Hood, numbered to 49 for the Jazz. So whoever has the Mavericks tonight, it's a nice return on your investment right off the bat. Numbered to 175, Marc Gasol, green parallel Grizzlies. And then we have Jonathan Simmons to 99 for the Magic. I'm looking forward to the draft. I always kind of look forward to the NBA draft. For one thing, it's not nearly as long as the NFL draft. I like the fact that it's a little more compact. That is for the Celtics, and it is a rated rookie refractor. But also because many of you who break with me often know I'm a huge college basketball nut, so I'm always interested to see where they get drafted. For the Hornets, MKG refractor. And a Courtney Lee refractor for the Knicks. Which, okay, I should have said this up front. Panini calls those prisms. Topps calls them refractors. Panini calls them prism. Most of the time, I forget and call them refractors. Because I break a lot of Topps, especially this time of year. I'm breaking a ton of baseball. And I just have been in the habit of always calling them refractors. But Panini calls them prism. So if you hear me say refractor, it's the same thing as prism. It's just a different company calling it a different thing. But basically, when it has that special coating, when the light hits it, you see that pretty little rainbow of colors. That's all it is. So one company calling it one thing, one calling it another, but it's the same thing. Jason, you're asking me about that the Japanese, the Otani Kanji signature. Oh, that was such an awesome card. You know, I need to follow up and ask him what he ended up selling that for, if he's even sold it yet. He had an offer that was slightly below 6 figures for it. That was raw. And then, of course, you know, it came back graded 9.5. So, you know, there was some thought that it might get all the way to 6 figures with the 9.5 grade, but I never did ask him. He sent me pictures of it after it came back from grading and told me he was going to, of course, move forward with selling it, which kind of knew anyway. So I'm kind of surprised. Maybe he hasn't sold it yet, because I think he would have told me what he ended up with. I don't know. Mario Chalmers refractor for the Grizzlies. But I will say this, with no other coming out, I mean, that has to be the only one in there signed in Japanese. I mean, it was the one shown in the promo materials. No one's had any others pop out. It has to be the only one. This is numbered to 39 for the Toronto Raptors. Of course, you know, Ryan Cracknell over at Beckett tried to find out for me from Topps how many there were in Japanese, and they were real cagey about it. They wouldn't give an exact number. They would just say a very small number. Yeah, well, we all think that very small number is 1. Here's Isaiah Thomas again for the Cavaliers this time, numbered to 199. On our other numbered insert for Isaiah Thomas, he was a Celtic. So he is in here in both uniforms. So you've got a possibility of pulling him for either team. Ivan Rabb, Grizzlies. I'm going to remember to say it right this time. A Prism for Rated Rookie. But I'm super psyched about the draft. I'm going back to basketball now. It just seems like this, well, the season has been over a long time. But it feels like it's been over even longer than it has been. I'm talking about the college season. So I'm really anxious to see how everybody does, where we end up. I read an interesting article in the last couple of days, and I don't remember if I saw it on like SI or Bleacher Report, ESPN. I don't remember who wrote the article, but they were doing a comparison of the top 2 draft picks over the last X number of years and how many times the number 2 pick turned out to be a total bust, which I hadn't really kind of tracked or realized until I read that article. But a huge number of the number 2 choices are, yeah, not good. So it's like, maybe you do not want to have the second choice in the draft. I don't know. Rodney Hood, that is numbered to 13 for the Jazz. So that is our special little first off the line parallel in this box, is Rodney Hood and the Jazz. The champ is here for the Cavs. Kyrie Irving. Refractor. A prism, sorry. I'll get it right. Like I said, I just get in the habit of saying it the other way. Gary Harris for the Nuggets, numbered to 175 with our green parallel. And a Willie Cauley-Stein prism for the Kings, unnumbered, of course. You know what else I found? I might have told you guys this. I found some first off the line select basketball too. I've really got to start listing that stuff sooner. That is numbered to 49, Dwayne Bacon and the Hornets, rated rookie. Although I do remember why I set the select aside. It was because I thought about opening it myself. And I was kind of torn between, do I want to open it myself? Do I want to break it? So I sat it kind of off to the side and thought, I'll decide and I will get back to it. And then, yeah, I never got back to it. So I've got that over there too. And I still don't know what I want to do with it. I may just open it. Or maybe I'll open some of it and sell some of it as sealed boxes. I don't know. There's going to be our hit because it's a redemption, of course. I'm just being terribly mean to you and making you wait until the end of the box before I flip it over. The champ is here, Dennis Rodman to 99 for the Bulls. Yes, the same Dennis Rodman that cried when President Trump met the North Korean President Kim Jong-un. Dennis Rodman flew to Singapore to be there while the meeting was taking place, and he cried when they met. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, All-Stars, Prism. Of course, then again, that is the same Dennis Rodman who was in a wedding dress once upon a time, so there you go. Our redemption, the big man, Bam Adebayo. That is, of course, the Heat, and we will find out what that is numbered to when we go check out Dennis Smith Jr. I think Bam Adebayo might turn out to be the sleeper out of that draft class. It's going to take him a little bit to kind of grow into his role, so to speak. He's got a little... He needs to physically get a little stronger, and he needs to refine some skills. Work on his shot a little bit, jump shot, mid-range, you know, something other than just slamming it back home down by the basket. But I think he's got the tools to be pretty good. I hope that they don't put LeBron, well, they're not going to put him anywhere. I should hope that LeBron and his team don't want to go back down to the Heat. Because I think that would kind of mess up Bam Adebayo and some of those young guys. I'd just as soon him go on to the Lakers. That's where everybody's projecting. I'd be fine with him going right on to the Lakers and let's call it a day. We can pretend like it's Showtime Lakers again. Although I don't know that Paul George is going to go with him. Seems like Paul George is making noises like he's going to stick with the Thunder sign there again. Victor Oladipo, Pacers, Refractor Prism. Kyle Kuzma. Steven Adams. So sad, right? We didn't get to see Kuzma's response to Lonzo's Kylie Kuzma diss track because the Lakers told him to settle down. Stop going after each other in public. Greg Monroe, numbered 279. That's too bad. I kind of wanted to know. Are those the ones we already looked at? I don't guess so. I kind of wanted to know what the response was going to be, but sadly, we will never know now. Because the grown-ups got involved and said, stop playing, boys. Dwayne Wade, Cavs, Prism. And Markieff Morris, Prism for the Wizards. The champ is here. Prism, Kevin Durant and the Warriors. The juggernaut that they are. Anunoby, Raptors, 199 rated rookie. But it just all the way around makes more sense for LeBron to go to LA, I think. I mean, he already has business interests out there. I'm pretty sure he's already got a house out there. It's, you know, it would make sense. But then again, his kids are definitely older now than they were the last time he made a move. So their wishes probably are going to factor into it somewhat at least. And then, of course, the AAA team, the Lehigh Iron Pigs, are making a bid. They want LeBron to come play baseball with them, and they will give his son a job. Because, you know, LeBron's whole thing is he says he wants to play in long enough that he can share the court with Bronny. And, yeah, so. Of course, really all those teams are doing, just looking for a little free publicity, doing that kind of stuff, and they get it, so I guess it works. Kemba Walker to 175 Charlotte Hornets. And a retro Prism Walt Frazier. Oh, all on the side of our sleeve just blew right out. What happened there? That sleeve did not want to cooperate. Oh, are we going to have a hit live and not a redemption? Is it going to be Jarrett Allen? It is. Brooklyn Nets. Picking up a little rated rookie, Jarrett Allen. Zach Collins, numbered to 39 for the Blazers. There's, there it is. I was like, there should be one left. Yes, there is the one that is left. This is our special first off the line card. It is numbered to 13, and Karl Anthony Towns for the T-Wolves. So we're going to recap a few things out of here, but before we do that, we have a couple of things to go verify. The Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks, the Bam Adebayo for the Heat, They are both just rated rookie signatures. I believe they're both going to show up as open edition unnumbered, but let's go find out. Then we'll know. Then we will know for sure what's going to happen. Whoops! I almost selected the wrong thing there, didn't I? What did I say? Rated rookie signatures. All right. Okay, and Dennis Smith Jr. is card number 192. And these are all open edition, but anyway, there's Dennis Smith Jr. And the big man, Bam Adebayo, is card number 187 right there. So both open editions. All right, let's get these all labeled up. And of course, you saw me put them in a sleeve, so I am writing on the sleeve, not on your redemption. Although, honestly, I don't know why anybody would care if it was on their redemption, but some people do. So it's covered. That's how it's going to work. So, actually, before we do our signatures, let's recap our numbered cards. There's Jonathan Isaac to 199. Zach Collins, 39. Kemba Walker, 175. Anunoby, 199. Markieff Morris, 175. Monroe to 79. Steven Adams shouldn't be in there. He's just a base refractor, and I guess I've stacked them all in there together. Victor Oladipo, unnumbered refractor. Kobe, unnumbered. And Dennis Rodman is numbered to 99. Dwayne Bacon is to 49. The big man, Willie Cauley-Stein, unnumbered. Gary Harris is to 175. Isaiah Thomas Cavs, 199. Pascal to 39. Chalmers is unnumbered, but a refractor. Ditto with Courtney Lee. Same as for MKG. And then Jonathan Simmons to 99 for the Magic. Marc Gasol, 175 Grizzlies. Rodney Hood, 49 Jazz. And here is Isaiah Thomas as a Cavalier to 175. Now, our three special little first off the line cards, each numbered to only 13. Cat, Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. Rodney Hood to 13 for the Jazz. And Paul George to 13 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So those were our special first off the line cards that you could only find in first off the line boxes. Our live signature was Jarrett Allen, on card rated rookie for the Nets. Then we have a redemption open edition unnumbered rated rookie signature for the Heat and Bam Adebayo. And the exact same thing, open-ended, unnumbered for the Mavericks, Dennis Smith Jr. So that's all that we have to break for tonight. But I tell you what, guys, I will put up our spreadsheet information again. Did I just run into the camera? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Oh, well. That's all right, because we're going to switch to the spreadsheet anyway, so it's all good. But if you missed this earlier, here is one final chance to take a look at information there in regard to your anticipated shipping date, the info about consolation cards, which once again is if your team did not pull anything at all in one of those first 5 breaks tonight, you are entitled to a consolation card. It is a used random trading card for your team. It can be from any year. It can be from any series. I track that for a rolling 90-day period. I normally will just send any of those that you're due when your next package ships, when you do pull or hit something. If you want that sent sooner, alone by itself, plain white envelope stamp, shoot me a message on eBay. We'll work out the details and get you squared away. Of course, you don't have to worry about consolation cards in the first off the line because, yeah, all the teams pulled cards in that break. And then finally, another little buzz through what we're opening up in the days ahead. We've got lots of memorabilia coming up, of course, some 1 and 2 box breaks as well, including Signature Series Baseball from 2012 tomorrow night. And then we have a half excuse me, a half case of Top Series 2 Jumbo Baseball tomorrow night as well. Monday night, we'll do our last full case of Luminance football, as well as some memorabilia in 2016 Black Gold. On Tuesday, all kinds of memorabilia, including our three-peat basketball box. Those are always fun, because it's really kind of like 3 breaks in one box, because there's an autographed basketball jersey, an autographed regulation size basketball, and an autographed photograph in there. Also, another inner case of the Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs, and 3 balls, of course, make up the inner case. You see that noted by the 3 times there in front of that. And we'll start opening some of the autographed full-size batting helmets for those of you who are baseball fans. And then we will open the last case of Topps Finest Baseball on Tuesday night as well. No new products come out this week, Wednesday or Friday, so it's a totally free week in terms of new products. So that's why we're kind of rolling through some of this other stuff. And there'll be more Series 2 Jumbo on Wednesday night, more Series 2 Jumbo on Thursday night, as well as, once again, some memorabilia and other things like that mixed in. And Bills and Coins is saying, what does it used card mean? It means, you know, a card that's been opened and come out of a pack, right? So like, you know, whatever's on hand here, I have thousands and thousands of cards here. So if you don't hit for whoever it might be, the 49ers, you know, I've got a box of probably several hundred cards for the 49ers. I'm just going to reach my hand in there and grab one out, and that's what it's going to be. So, you know, no, it's not like a game used card. It's not a relic or a signature or anything like that, because as you can imagine with memorabilia and things, as much as I break that, you know, you've got one team that's going to hit and all the others that don't. There'd be no way I would have enough signature or relic cards ever to fulfill all those. So no, it's literally just a trading card. You know, once you open the pack, it's used. I mean, what we just broke tonight is used because I'm not shipping it to you new in a sealed box in a sealed pack. So that's what it means. It's just a random card. It can be, you know, it might be a card from this year. It could be from last year. It could be from, you know, 1997. As I said, I've got tons of cards for all the teams. I just kind of reach in and grab one. So that is how that works. And of course, again, there's lots more information about all that in the listing description. I used to not even go over this, and I learned over time that people don't really read a lot of the listing description. And so then I, you know, often try to check in with people when they're new to the breaks and make sure they've read the description. And you know, invariably there's still stuff that comes up, so I just try to hit the highlights here in the live break. Seems like it makes things go a little more smoothly sometimes. So guys, and gals, that is it for me this evening. Once again, thank you for joining the break. I appreciate you being here, and I will be back at it tomorrow night, so maybe we'll see you again then. And don't forget, tomorrow's Father's Day, so all the fathers and grandfathers and pet parents and whatnot, make sure we get them taken care of with cards and gifts and hugs and love. All right. So we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.